My soul bows to you. Namaskar. Namaskar everyone, and welcome to day 17 of our meditation series. Have you ever noticed the difference between left nostril breathing and right nostril breathing? Perhaps you haven't. But there's a distinct difference between left nostril breathing and right nostril breathing. And especially when you become more prana conscious, more conscious of subtle energies, you will feel the distinct difference between left nostril breathing and right nostril breathing. And there's a breathing practice that is called alternate breathing, Anuloma Viloma, that allows you to balance the energies of both nostrils, and you feel a distinct difference in your consciousness. So much so that when you become a little more energy conscious, you'll be aware without even having to check like this, which nostril is active. And when the body is out of balance, the nostril shows it as well, the nostril breathing. About every 2 to 2.5 hours, the one of the nostrils is more dominant than the other, which shows how nature itself is changing the way you breathe, left nostril to right nostril, and vice versa. Now, you'll notice when you're breathing, you're actually bringing not just oxygen into your lungs, you're bringing prana to your pranic body. And your pranic body is behind the physical. It's driving the physical. In your pranic body, the chakras are there. The mental chakra is nourished by the prana that you breathe. You breathe in, it energizes the brain, the third eye. And the chakras beneath the third eye, throat, heart, navel, sacral, root, they involve your senses, your physical senses, and the physical body. So when you give attention to breathing to these different chakra points, you're really powering up your senses. And you're actually powering up the chakra areas that are associated with the elements. So you're really recharging the physical body in that pranayama experience. Now, this is a series using meditation for total well-being. So it's about recharging your body, not just about the enlightenment journey. In yesterday's session, we spoke about the brow chakra being the guru chakra. When the brow chakra is introverted, it is focused on the self within. It's on the enlightenment journey in the mental space, where the mind becomes more and more quiet and we become more and more absorbed in that crown consciousness. That's the enlightenment journey. We are also making this journey. This is to heighten the awareness. Crown consciousness means unlimited awareness. The moment you begin to feel more cosmic conscious, moment you begin to move away from body awareness and coming into the subtle field of awareness, and that broadens or becomes expansive, you are going into crown consciousness. Crown consciousness is where limitations of individuality begin to disappear, because those limitations are rooted in the mind. The moment you go deeper into the mind and the mind gets introverted into the self, we begin to lose those boundaries and those limitations and those conditionings. But we'll speak more about that in another session. But I want to speak about the use of the prana, bringing the prana in, energizing the body, and the use of left nostril breathing and right nostril breathing to impact the body and the senses. We need total well-being. This journey of life is a journey in the human experience, so we need a powerful experience of wellness in the body. That makes the enlightenment journey even much more beautiful. We do not want to be distracted by a body that is compromised in its wellness. Now let's speak about the effect of left nostril breathing and right nostril breathing. Left nostril breathing brings a cooling prana. So when you become a little more prana conscious, you can actually feel that cooling energy that comes through the left nostril. And the heating energy that comes through the right nostril. I'm more right nostril dominant. So if I were to breathe into the left, I can feel the obstruction in the left. And when I breathe through the right, it's free. And I can feel the effect on the body. Left nostril breathing is connected to the brow chakra. The brow chakra is a lunar chakra. It's more in the mind. It's more in the mental field. And you see how moonlight is soft. The more you go into the depth of the brow center, this bindu center we call it, that dot, the more calm you become, the more peaceful. And as you go deeper, the more sweet, intoxicating, can't find words, a very pleasurable experience in there, a supersensuous experience up in the brow. So left nostril promotes going deeper into the mental space. And it facilitates right brain awareness. More expansive awareness, more spacious awareness, moving away from boundaries, creativity, out of the box. Left nostril influences right brain. So you think diagonally. Left nostril influences right brain. Now right nostril influences navel chakra. Left nostril, brow. Right nostril, navel. Navel is at the center of firepower in the body. So when you breathe through your right nostril, you are coming more into the vital fire of the body. The senses become more energized, the physical senses, and body becomes more vital. That's why when we focus on the in-breath, in breathing, we focus along the spinal column into the energy centers, tapping into the energies, going up to the brow, gathering all the energies in the cool effect of the mind. And then when we breathe down into the body, along the front of the body, we are actually recharging the body's nervous system, and we are going to the sun chakra of vitality, nourishing the body. So the body has an experience, in metaphysical terms, daylight. It has the more vital experience of the sun in the body, the sun power. And when you're breathing to the left, it's like night. It has the cool experience of the mind and the mental field. So the body has a more passive experience or introverted experience in left side breathing, and a more active experience in right side breathing. So the body needs those alternate energies, and nature provides it. So in yoga, we try to create that balance. In a deliberate way, by alternating the breathing. And that gives a more balanced experience in the brain, in our mind, and throughout our system. At every chakra, there is a more balanced experience. At every energy level, there is a more balanced experience. And we feel the effect on the being. So in today's session, we are going to focus on the alternate nostril breathing and the effect on meditation. It is a good practice to do this before you actually go into the meditation. It will bring you into a space of balance. Helps you to recharge the body's nervous system and power up the senses. So, at the beginning of your meditation, you can do this. And then later on in the meditation, when the body is energized, then you can go deeper into the consciousness. Then you can go deeper into the enlightenment journey on the inside. And here the breath becomes minimalized as you go deep into the consciousness. But we'll speak about that in a later session. It is enough today to tell you about the effects of left and right nostril breathing, the balancing effect it has on the brain, and hence the mind, and the way it recharges the body, holding the body in balanced energies at every level. So with the alternate breathing, you can still focus on all the chakras as you breathe down to the root, going up the column and down to the front of the body as you breathe out. And here you have a chance as well of breathing in the right side breathing, beginning to feel the effect of breathing into the right side and out through the left side, just to create the balance in the heating and cooling energies. So now we'll begin our meditation. And we'll do centering first in the inner space, and then we'll do the alternate nostril breathing in our meditation. Let's begin. Let's sit in a comfortable posture. Keeping the back as straight as possible. Remember, focus on the symmetry of the body, maintaining good posture. Head upright, chin parallel to the floor. Neck relaxed. Spine as straight as you can have it. Hands in a proper position. Give attention to the mental space. Bring the attention to the present moment. Clear the mind of thoughts you do not need. Observe the vitality of the body. Just breathe out completely and breathe in deeply. Being conscious of the prana as you breathe. Focus on the entire spinal column and the center of the brain, brow center. Push the breath out. Always remember to push the breath out, going down to the root, grounding with the earth, and pull the breath in with attention along the spinal column. Now, very conscious breathing with attention to the grounding in the brow center, the mind, and the root center, and spinal column awareness, so that you're recharging the entire spinal column. A few important points. Remember, when you ground at the root, you'll feel that pelvic area becomes strong and firm, and you will feel that your feet is having a grounding experience with the earth. Open the belly fully to breathe, because that's how you bring more vitality into the body. So your posture must allow that belly opening. And as you open the belly to breathe, breathe fully into the gut area. Opening up the gut from the lowest point down in the sacral area to just beneath the rib cage, and firm and deliberate breathing. In breathing, you should enjoy the breath, enjoy cleansing the lungs as you breathe out. Enjoy filling the lungs as you breathe in. Draw the breath in gently so you can enjoy every movement of the breath. And at the ending, a pause at the end of the in-breath and out-breath to really enjoy that feeling that comes at the end of the action. A feeling of being stable in the area. So focus on the lower area, on the root to the heart, opening up the gut until you can feel that the body is stable. So this is just the mechanics of breathing. Vitality chakras of the body are active. Sacral and navel. Root holds the body firmly. Grounding. And then open up the chest area. Shoulders should go back. As you open up the chest fully. This is the chakra of feeling. So the emotional space comes in. And that's a nurturing space, a relationship building space. But the joy of breathing comes, the love of breathing comes. As you open up the chest, expand the consciousness of emotion there, uplifting emotions, love, kindness, peace, forgiveness. Deliberately. Be loving, be peaceful, be kind, be compassionate, be forgiving. It's a way of unburdening the chest to allow the prana to flow freely. If there are stressful emotions there, it limits the pranic flow, disturbs it. Clear the emotional space from conditioning, limitations, and the prana flows freely into the chest. The heart, the lungs, the thymus gland, they are all positively impacted. This is meditation for well-being. The palms of the hands becomes energized. The skin consciousness is heightened. Now come to the throat area. Opening up the chest fully, come up to throat consciousness and the expansivity in the mental space. Open up the consciousness to just unlimited space, within and without. And it will bring you to the center of the eyebrows and the medulla point at the back of the neck. Grounds you in the mind as the mind opens up to an expansive experience of being in the mental space. And remember from one of our lessons that you are tapping into the field of the divine, the infinite energy field of the divine. The mental center is a center where the I is dominant, the ego. So come into that instrument mode of channeling, that the power is in the source of being, and we are just the instrument in the doing. Not the doer, we are the instrument. Doing is happening in and through us. So come into that co-creative mode of the divine. You're nourishing the brain now as you breathe into the third eye. And for some of you, there's a clear connection along the spinal column from the root right up to the back of the neck and the crown. And if you meet resistance at any point, open up that area to expansive awareness. So just observe the experience. Now you're into the breathing practice. You've created consciousness along the spinal column. You're rooted in the earth and in the brow, in the mind. Now we'll do the alternate breathing exercise. So we'll begin with left breathing. You can use your hand, your fingers, to close off the right nostril with the thumb. And with the third finger, released, breathe out through the left nostril, in through the left. Nice and slow, out through the right. Right onto the root, in through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. And release. Now I want you to continue without the use of the fingers, but doing the same exercise, focusing on the prana. Focus on the left side nostril as you breathe in. Breathe out through the right nostril, but focus, using the mind and attention. And then breathe in through the right. Come back to the left. Breathe out through the left. And then breathing again through the left. So do the same cycling of the breath, just with the mind and attention. And you will actually begin to feel that you can do it without the fingers. Just by the focusing on the experience of the prana. The goal is to observe the experience and to observe what happens as you breathe through each nostril in turn. Observe the effect it's having in the body, a cooling effect and a heating effect, and observe the balance that comes in that alternate breathing exercise. Remember, the spinal breathing technique remains the same. Spinal column awareness, medulla focus, third eye, root center, breathing into the belly, breathing into the chest, into the throat. Now you can observe how balanced the mind has become. How much more centered in the source being. Now let's give attention to the physicality and the vitality of the physical body. By breathing normally again, opening up the belly to breathe, grounding in the root area, energizing the senses with the fullness of breathing, spinal column awareness, power up the senses by breathing prana into the chakras. And feel now your connection with the elements of the chakras. Root, the earth, sacred water, navel fire, heart, air, throat, space. And hold the awareness of harmony and balance with a deep appreciation of nature and maintaining harmony with her. Let's look ahead to a new day and to the karmic experience of this day, the souls. Our souls are in a karmic play. Every experience of today is based on the karmic play. Who will meet, what we'll experience, how the planets will influence us, how the food will influence us, how our conditioning will influence us. It's all part of the karmic play. Let's welcome the play. Centered in our divine self, divine source, the God within, the power within, aligned to that evolutionary power of the universe that is within us. We meet this day. Let's create that powerful intention in our consciousness that it will remain with us throughout the day. Let's use a powerful affirmation. I center my consciousness in the source of my being. Focusing on every chakra within me, grounding at the root, grounding in the mental plane, and opening up my consciousness to infinite being, crown awareness. I center myself in that place of infinite being, infinite peace, infinite love, infinite wisdom, infinite goodness, infinite vitality. I center myself there, in that space that is full of abundance at every level. I meet my day with gratitude in my heart, and with the excitement of meeting the day, aligned to the divine that is all-powerful, that provides every resource we need in the human experience. I begin my day with that assurance that the divine is with me, providing for me. I assume the mode of instrument, not doer. The divine is the doer, I'm the instrument. And my prayer in this day is that in my limited consciousness, I pray that my every thought, word, and action in this day will be for my highest good and will be a blessing to my world. I give thanks to the source of my being, the God within me. Om, peace, peace. Thank you, everyone. It's day 17. I hope that you had an exciting experience, insightful, meaningful, and that you will not forget what you've learned today. That it was so impactful that it will stay with you. Remember, after a while, you would not need your fingers to do alternate nostril breathing. You'll become more prana aware, and just by focusing on left and right, you will feel the prana. It's not so much the breath as it is the prana. Become more conscious of the heating prana and the cooling prana. You should know without even checking which nostril is dominant. You will see it. You will experience it. And if you eat food when the right nostril is dominant, you feel digestion is far better than when left nostril is dominant. And if you do mental work when left nostril is dominant, you feel more conducive to that kind of work. And of course, we can also change at will. Although the body has its own rhythm, which is important, we can influence that by changing to the right or to the left at will. That's possible. So I want to wish you a super day today, on day 17, as we count down our last week. I know that you've been enjoying this series. Keep your feedback flowing. I always look for it. I'm excited by it. And we look forward to tomorrow's topic in this wonderful series. Have a blessed day, everyone. My soul bows to you. Namaskar.